Good morning. Were you able to find gratitude in the immediate days after a loss? My name is Melanie, and welcome to Monday Morning Message number 44. And today I'm talking about the relationship between grief and gratitude. And believe me, I understand if you're thinking that the word gratitude has no business being near the word grief. And for a lot of years, I felt the same way. But also believe me when I tell you, finding a little gratitude within your grief might be one of the things that helps you move forward and begin to heal. After my 8-year-old son Garrett died, I found very little to be grateful for. And I found people saying things to me like, you should be grateful that you have other kids. And at least you can be grateful that Garrett didn't suffer. And while those things may have been true, I wasn't feeling gratitude towards them. And I honestly have to say, I felt, at least for the first couple months after he died, I sort of went through the motions of living, and I wasn't paying attention to anything surrounding me that I may have had to be grateful for. In fact, I was busy judging other people for the things that I thought they might be taking for granted in their own lives. And I knew I didn't want to be that angry, bitter person. And the first time we went to see our grief counselor, she talked to me about the last day I spent with Garrett. And what I told her was that Garrett and I spent probably an hour labeling his school supplies because school was starting in 2 days. And Garrett insisted that every crayon, every pencil crayon, every marker, every ruler, everything had his name on it. He wasn't happy with just writing the name on his pencil box and keeping things in there. He wanted his name on everything. And she said to me, that is such a gift. You should be grateful that you have his name out in the world in so many places and that he insisted on it. And I really didn't buy into her gratitude message on that day. But once I started to think about it over the next weeks, I did buy in, and I was able to be grateful for that. In fact, we still have some pencil crayons around here with Garrett's name on them. And while we don't use the pencil crayons very often anymore, I do enjoy seeing it anytime I pull one out. And it was about then I started to realize all the things I really did have to be grateful for. In the immediate days after Garrett died, I was grateful that I had an employer who was empathetic and understood the days that I needed off. There was no questions about it. I had coworkers who were willing to pick up some slack for me while I was there. I had friends who made sure my family was fed and my house was clean, and that I had ears that would listen to me. I was grateful for so many things when I looked back. But sometimes I think it's easy to get caught up in our busy that we don't stop and pay attention to the little things that make us happy every day. And I know lots of people keep gratitude journals. And I think after doing this video, I want to start one again. I did at one point write down things I was grateful for. And the little things, they started very small. They started with, I am grateful that the kids went to bed without a fight tonight. Or I was grateful that we had a roof over our heads. And slowly, they got to be bigger things. And I could think of more each day and even throughout the day. So if you haven't had a chance to do that or haven't allowed yourself to do that, I challenge you to do that today. Find one thing today that you are truly grateful for and write it down. And tomorrow, pick another one. Because essentially our gratitude is a path to our happiness just as much as our anger can be a path to our bitterness. And each of those is a choice. And I hope you choose today to find some gratitude. Thank you for being here. I am grateful for each one of you, and I hope you have a great week.